بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Inshallah, today we'll continue on antimicrobial chemotherapy, and today inshallah we'll discuss antiviral drugs. Viruses are small infective agents that consisting of essential nucleic acid, which is either an RNA or DNA. So the virus is usually called RNA virus or DNA virus according to this, which includes in a protein coat or called capsid. The coat and the nucleic acid core are termed nucleocapsid. Some viruses have lipoprotein envelope, and the enzymes that initiate their replication are occur in the host cell. So they by their selves or themselves, viruses cannot replicate unless they are inside a host cell and use the enzymes of the host cells to initiate the virus replication. This is a general structure of a virus, here influenza virus. It mainly consists of lipid envelope, then surrounded inside by the capsid, and there is inside this the nucleoprotein, either RNA, as in this influenza virus, or sometimes DNA, a nucleoprotein. Viruses are intracellular parasites with no metabolic machinery of their own. Therefore, to replicate, the viruses must attach and enter a living host cell, animal or a plant or bacteria cells, and use its metabolic processes in order to replicate. The binding site on the viruses are polypeptides on the envelope or on the capsid. The receptor on the host cell to which the virus is attached are normal membrane constituents receptors of cytokines, neurotransmitters, hormones, ion channel, integral membrane, glycoprotein, and etc. Once in the host cell, the nucleic acid of the virus then uses the cell machinery for the synthesis of its own nucleic acid and proteins and manufacture of new virus particles. Antiviral drugs act by the following mechanism. First, by inhibition of penetration of the host cell. For example, we have amantadine antiviral drug inhibits the uncoating, and it is effective against influenza A virus by inhibiting the uncoating of the virus, so prevent its attachment to the host cell, then the penetration to the host cell, or by gamma globulin, which neutralizes viruses even before its attachment and then penetration to the host cell. And this is one of the components of the immune system, gamma globulin. The second mechanism by which antiviral drug produce its effects is through the inhibition of transcription of the viral genome. This is after the virus penetrate inside the host cell. It will start to use its machinery mechanism of the host cell to replicate. So we have a DNA polymerase inhibitors. These, such as an acyclovir, which also written by I instead of Y. Acyclovir selectively inhibit viral DNA polymerase. Also, we have ganciclovir, which is phosphorylated and then incorporated into the viral DNA, suppressing the replication of the viral genome. The third mechanism by which antiviral can produce its effect is occurred through immunomodulators, which are agents that tend to stimulate the immune response against the viruses. First, we have interferons, The interferons acts by inducing the ribosomal enzymes from the host cells. These enzymes produced by the ribosomes of the host cells according to the induction by interferons tend to inhibit the viral messenger RNA, so inhibit the viral replication. Also, we have immunoglobulins G, which is directed against a virus envelope, and so that can cause neutralization of some viruses by affecting the virus envelope. We have amantadine. Amantadine is active against influenza A virus, which is an RNA virus, but has no action against influenza B virus. Its action, the actions of amantadine occurs at two stages of viral replication. Amantadine affects the viral replication within the host cell at two stages. The first, at the stage of in which the fusion of the viral membrane and endosome membrane. This fusion proceed is during the attachment of the viruses to the host cell in order to enable the entrance of the virus inside the cell. Also, amantadine inhibits the assembly and release of new virons. The virons are the entire viral particles after replication at the host cell surfaces, so that at these two stages of viral replication can be inhibited by the antiviral drug amantadine. Amantadine action is mediated through blocking of ion channels. These effects of amantadine occur through inhibition of ion channels. The pharmacokinetics of amantadine. Amantadine is well absorbed orally. It reaches higher levels in secretions of the body, lacrimal secretion, saliva, or even breast milk. There is a higher secretion of amantadine. Most of amantadine is excreted unchanged through the kidneys. Aerosol administration is feasible, available for amantadine. The adverse drug reaction of amantadine include dizziness, insomnia, and slurred speech. We have an acyclovir, a famous antiviral drug commonly used in practice for treatment of herpes viral infection. It is an guanosine derivative with higher specificity for herpes simplex. As you know, herpes simplex can cause cold sores, conjunctivitis, mouth ulcer, and genital infection. The mechanism of action of acyclovir is through conversion of acyclovir to monophosphate by the enzyme thymidine kinase. Then thymidine kinase enzyme that occur on the host cell belong one of the kinase enzyme which can provide with phosphorylation. Kinases usually tend to phosphorylate. Kinase enzyme provide phosphorylation. Then this monophosphate will convert to triphosphate. This derivative of acyclovir triphosphate is the active metabolite that inhibit viral DNA polymerase, so terminating the nucleotide chain, so stop the replication of the viral DNA replication. This is acyclovir, firstly phosphorylated through the thymidine kinases to triphosphate, which who incorporated inside the DNA chain of so inhibit the DNA polymerase of the viral of the virus, then stop or terminate the replication of the viral genome. The clinical use of acyclovir, first we use acyclovir for treatment of varicella zoster infections, shingles, herpes. We use it orally in immunocompetent patients الناس اللي مناعتهم كويسة بنستخدم لهم orally, and we use it IV in immunocompromised patient, while the patient who are immunocompromised بنستخدم لهم we use it through IV injection. Also, we use acyclovir for treatment of herpes simplex infections such as genital herpes and mucocutaneous herpes and herpes encephalitis. Also, we use it for treatment of varicella, the chickenpox in immunocompromised patient. This is an example, or this is a picture for shingles or herpes that caused by varicella zoster infection, and that commonly treated by acyclovir. Also, acyclovir can be used prophylactically in patients who are not be treated with immunosuppressant drugs or radiotherapy, or who are at risk of herpes virus infection owing to reactivation of a latent virus. This is prophylactically before infection of before viral infection, because these patients are immunocompromised either by immunosuppressant or due to the radiotherapy. So prophylactically وقائيا before الفيرال انفكشن لانه المناعه بتاعتهم ضعيفه بنديهم الايه سايكلوفير. Also, prophylactically in individuals who suffer from frequent recurrence of genital infection with herpes simplex virus. برضو prophylactically للبيشن اللي عندهم recurrent اللي هم عندهم recurrence of genital infection that caused by herpes simplex virus. The adverse drug reaction, adverse effects, side effects of acyclovir, it can cause renal dysfunction, which has been reported when acyclovir is given through IV injection. But slow infusion reduces the risk. So the use of acyclovir in slow infusion can reduce the renal dysfunction that may caused by acyclovir. Also, acyclovir can cause nausea, headache, which can occur, and rare encephalopathy. Also, rarely can cause encephalopathy. Local inflammation during IV injection if there is an extravasation of the solution. إذا اديناه IV لكن أخطأنا ما ادينا directly in the vein subcutaneous or in the muscle, it can cause local inflammation. Now we'll talk about the immunomodulators واللي هم قلنا they are agents that tend to stimulate the immune response against the viruses. They either interferons or immunoglobulins. Both are immunocomponents that can be classified as immunomodulators. They are drugs that act by moderating the immune response to viruses or use an immune mechanism to target a virus. First, the immunoglobulin, which contain antibodies against various viruses present in the population. The antibodies are directed against the virus involved and can neutralize some viruses and prevent their attachment to the host cell. Immunoglobulins, if used before the onset of the signs and symptoms of the viral infection, it may attenuate or prevent measles, HSPA, infectious hepatitis, German measles, rabies, and poliomyelitis. Also, all of these viral infections can be attenuated or prevented by immunoglobulin. We have also the second type of immunomodulators. We have an interferons. Interferons are a family of inducible proteins that are synthesized by mammalian cells and now produced by the recombinant DNA technology. usually we use an E. coli cell to replicate these substances. There are at least 3 types of interferons: interferon alpha, and interferon beta, and interferon gamma, which are constituting a family of hormones involved in the cell growth and regulation of modulation of the immune reactions. Interferon gamma, termed as immune interferon, is produced mainly by the T cell. T cells come from the thymus gland, T lymphocytes, as a part of an immunological response to viral and non-viral antigens. Interferon A and interferon B are produced by B and T cells, both of B and T lymphocytes, also macrophages and fibroblasts, in the response to the presence of viruses and cytokines. والcytokines عبارة عن endogenous substances that are very important in the communication between the cells. The mechanism of action of interferons. Interferons work by inducing the ribosomes of the host cells to produce enzymes that inhibit the translation of the viral messenger RNA into the viral proteins and thus stop the production of viruses. Interferons given IV have a half-life of 2 to 4 hours. They don't cross the blood-brain barrier, so that they have no effect on the central nervous system. The clinical use of interferons: we have interferon alpha 2A is used for treatment of hepatitis B infections and also for AIDS-related Kaposi sarcomas. This is one of the malignancies that related caused by an HIV virus, AIDS-related Kaposi sarcomas. Also, we have the interferon A2B is used for treatment of hepatitis C. The adverse effects of interferons: they can cause fever, lethargy, headache, and myalgia. Repeated injections of interferons can cause chronic malaise, and this is the general feeling of discomfort due to the repeated injection of interferons. Also, bone marrow depression, rashes, alopecia, so baldness, and disturbances of in cardiovascular, thyroid, and hepatic function also can occur due to interferons. Now we'll talk about anti-HIV drugs. We have 3 types of drugs that commonly used for treatment of HIV viral and HIV infection, AIDS. First, nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. reverse transcriptase. This is an enzyme very important for the replication of the viruses. Nucleosides means إنه هو chemically its chemical structure عبارة عن nucleoside. and non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors هم برضهم reverse transcriptase inhibitors لكن في الستراكشر بتاعهم هم ما nucleosides. and the third type of drugs are protease inhibitors. Firstly, we have nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, which include zidofudine, abacavir, lamivudine, zalcitabine, and stafludine. The mechanism of action of these drugs: they are phosphorylated by the host cell enzymes to give 5-triphosphate derivative. This which its moiety compete with the equivalent host cell triphosphates, which are essential substances for the formation of proviral DNA by viral transcriptase. So, by these drugs, by forming triphosphate moiety, these metabolites, which consist of having triphosphate moiety, tend to compete with essential substances that the enzyme reverse transcriptase use these substances in viral DNA replication, so they inhibit this enzyme by competing with the essential substances that involved in the production of a proviral DNA. The incorporation of 5-triphosphate moiety into the growing viral DNA chain results in the chain termination. بالتالي, this can terminate the chain of the viral infection of the viral genome. So this will terminate the replication of the viral DNA. Regarding zidovudine, zidovudine is an analog of thymidine, so that it is a nucleoside, an analog. So we called it a nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor. It can prolong the life in HIV infected individuals and moderate HIV associated dementia. يقلل من الديمنشيا that which are commonly occurred in AIDS acquired immunosuppressive patients due to HIV virus. Zidovudine can given if given to parturient mother just before a delivery, or parturition before a parturition, and then to the newborn infant, it can reduce the mother to baby transmission of HIV by more than 20%. Administered orally and by IV infusion. Zidovudine can be used orally or through IV infusion. The bioavailability is 60 to 80% of, and the peak plasma concentration occur at 30 minutes, and the half-life time of zidovudine is 1 hour. Pharmacokinetic, it's metabolized to inactive glucuronide in the liver. The adverse drug reaction for zidovudine, anemia and neutropenia, which are common, especially when the drug used for long-term administration. GIT disturbances, parathisia, skin parathisia, تنميل أو خدر. Skin rashes, abnormalities. Skin rashes, abnormalities of the liver function also can occur. This is also myopathy, also can occur as side effect of zidovudine. Now we'll talk about non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, and these drugs bind to reverse transcriptase near the catalytic site and denature it. By binding to this enzyme, reverse transcriptase, they make a change in the nature of this enzyme, so inhibit this enzyme. وان هي تختلف عن طريق هي فقط انها في الاستراكشر بتاعها هي عباره عن نون نيوكليوسايد drugs. Most non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors are inducers or inhibitors to a varying degrees of the liver cytochrome B450 enzyme, so that معناها هم are a site for drug interaction because they can induce cytochrome B450 enzymes, which are responsible for more than 60% of the clinically prescribed or used medication. We have a nevirapine, which is an example for non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor. It can be given orally. Its bioavailability is more than 90%, and its cerebrospinal fluid levels is 45% of that in the plasma. Nevirapine metabolized in the liver, and the metabolite is excreted in the urine. Can prevent mother-to-baby transmission of HIV if given to the parturient mother and neonate just before delivery or during delivery. The adverse drug reaction of this drug include rash, hepatitis, headache, fever, and lethargy. The last group for drugs that used for treatment of HIV viral infection, we have protease inhibitors. In HIV, the messenger RNA transcribed from the provirus is translated into two biochemical inert polyproteins. هم عباره عن inert polyproteins. فالinert polyproteins دي should be cutted او cleavage يتكسروا بواسطه البروتيز عشان ما يديني الاكتيف proteins. And this cleavage and this cutting is provided through البروتيز الانزيم اللي هو called البروتيز. So that the protease inhibitor inhibit this cleavage that occur through the protease to provide an active protein. A virus-specific protease then converts these polyproteins into various structure and functional ما هي inert عكس الانert. functional معناها بروتينز عندها وظيفه عندها مهمه بتعملها by the cleavage at appropriate position, and this appropriate cleavage at this appropriate position is provided by the enzyme protease, so that the protease inhibitors inhibit this cleavage at the appropriate position. معناها حتخلي الانert polyproteins as it is, so prevent the formation of functional proteins. These include the protease inhibitors. Example include السكوانينافير and الإندينافير والريتونافير and الأمبرينافير. These are examples for drugs which are protease inhibitors. They all given orally, squaninafir being subject to extensive ferrous pass effect metabolism. معناه هو عنده ferrous pass effect extensively if given orally, extensively metabolized by the liver, as we mentioned before. When we mentioned that the drug have a ferrous pass effect, means that the drug ما عنده مشكلة في الابsorption، هو will absorb it through وبعد ما يحصل لها absorption through GIT it go to through a portal vein to the liver, but when it entered the liver it exposed to extensive metabolism, so that the amount that released in the systemic circulation will be reduced. فبالتالي we said that this drug is having a ferrous pass effect. All of protease inhibitors can cause GIT disorders, and all may be associated with metabolic abnormalities such as insulin resistant and high food sugar and hyperlipidemia. Long-term use may lead to unusual redistribution of cutaneous fat, loss of cutaneous fat, increased abdominal fat, breast enlargement, and buffalo humps such as that occur with Cushing syndrome. Some adverse effects of HIV protease inhibitors, we have paresthesia, تنميل أو خدر, diarrhea, nausea and vomiting, GIT symptoms, increase في triglyceride, hypertriglyceridemia, and increase في blood glucose, hyperglycemia, and increase في cholesterol, hypercholesterolemia. This is some of the adverse effects of protease inhibitors. I think that is all regarding antimicrobial antiviral chemotherapy. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.